guys, my name is Chris. I'm the budget guy and I welcome you to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over our November 2020 overview. And so I went ahead and laid out the stickers on here. I don't use many stickers, but I do like to use the ones that say payday on them. And so November for my wife and I is going to be a typical month, meaning that she will get her normal 4 paychecks and then I will get a normal 2 paychecks for November. So I do want to start off by saying, if you hear something running in the background, it's our air conditioning on. There's a vent right above me on the ceiling. So I always sit really close to it when I'm doing my videos. So just in case you wonder what that is. And yes, in the South, we are still running our AC, though it was a little chilly this morning. So it's kind of back and forth right now. All right, so to start off with, as usual, at the end of each month, we always like to carry over a little bit of money into the next month, just to give that next month an additional cushion of income. So if you look up here, it says October rollover and then $240. So $240 is what we will be using, as you could say, as additional income for November. So I have again laid out the payday stickers, and then I put these little, what look like piggy bank stickers next to them, and so that each time we get paid, I will put the amount on the little pig of what the pay amount was. All right, there we go. Zoomed in a little bit here. All right, so starting off, on the 1st, which is a Sunday, my wife has a subscription with a makeup company. The name of the company is called Ipsy, I-P-S-Y, and we always budget $40 for this each month. $40 includes a big bag of makeup and then a smaller bag of makeup. Some months she doesn't get both bags, so it may not always be 40, but I go ahead and budget that just in case that's what she gets. So the way we're doing our budget now is, since it's due on the 1st, normally the 1st, there's not a pay on the 1st typically, so we use the end of the prior month's expenses, or the income there, to cover that. So I'm going to go ahead and write out this Ipsy and $40. And it probably will not clear on a Sunday. It may come out on a Monday or the prior Friday, but I already have this 40 budgeted in with the end of October, so we're okay on that. Because as you can see, our first paycheck for November is on the 6th, and my wife gets paid weekly, and then I get paid bi-weekly. So on the 6th, we have our envelopes, and when I say envelopes, this includes our regular cash envelopes as well as our sinking funds that we take out each week. And so the amount for those is going to be $500. Okay, and also we use 2 credit cards, a Capital One card and a Discover card. The Discover card is used only for gas purchases, and then the Capital One card is used only for grocery and food purchases. However, both of those categories are split up into 2 areas, meaning some of the expenses go on the card and then some of it is budgeted out in cash. And so on the 6th here, I'm going to go ahead and save, and it has its own separate account that I can put the money into for our Discover card. I'm going to put Discover C for card, and I'm going to save $90. $90 is what we limit ourselves on this card each month for gas purchases. Once we use up that $90, we use the cash for gas that we take out the first week of each month. And so this first week of November, as you'll see later on, will be $150 we take out in cash. So we typically use the card up first, and then we use the cash that we have. This $90 here that I'm putting aside will be used to pay off that card at the end of the month. because our goal is to not carry balances on our credit cards from month to month. All right, so this is it, I believe. I'm checking. I have a little cheat sheet to the side. This is it for the 6th. Okay, so whatever my wife's pay is that day will cover those two things, plus the $240 that we're moving over from October. My first pay of the month is on the 11th, and we're going to pay our mortgage here. And our mortgage is $822 a month. I just round that up from $821 and change. All right, we also have an internet bill through a company called Cox, and it is $62 a month. We recently, I think it was last month, beginning of last month, we signed up for Hulu, which is a streaming service, sort of like Netflix, and it is $11.99 a month, but I'm going to make it $12. I don't like to budget with cents. Okay, so, and then we're also going to put some money aside for our Capital One card. So I'm going to write Capital One C, and then I'm going to put $128 aside for that. Currently, we have an account where we put money in for both the Capital One and Discover. They share an account where we save the money for each card to pay them off, and we have a surplus in there right now of $50. And I can't remember why that's there, but once we add 128 to that account plus another 128 later on in the budget, I'll show you, that will be enough money there to pay the Capital One card off, because our plan with that card each month, which is the grocery card, you can say, is $300, and we've met that $300. So now it's time to pay it off, and I believe that bill is due around the 15th, possibly the 16th. But we will be able to pay it off here on the 13th, and that's where I'm going next. So on the 13th, our envelopes will total $300. Okay, we also have Disney Plus, and it is $7 a month. And then I have an app that I pay for monthly called Canva. It is $13, and it is a sort of like a graphic maker. I use it to make my thumbnails for my videos. All right, so, and then again, we're going to save an additional $128 to pay off our Capital One card. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had a call that come through. So I was explaining to you that I'm going to also be saving $128 here toward our Capital One account, and so that we can pay that card off in full on the 13th. The 128 plus the 128 plus the 50 that is in there will be enough to pay that card off. All right, so on the 20th is my wife's next payday. The envelope amount here that we will take from our bank account is $160. Life insurance will be budgeted here. Our life insurance is $21 a month. Okay, and our cell phone bill is through T-Mobile. And I'm going to round this up from $111.77 to $112. And let me see here. All right, so an Amazon Prime is $13 a month. Okay, so that is it for the 20th. On the 25th is my second pay for November. Our car insurance will be due, and we pay $233 a month, and this is full coverage on 2 vehicles. And then I am saving $1,000 by December to have ready for tax season in case we owe, since we did take a pretty large chunk of money out this year from my retirement account. And so I'm saving $200 a month to reach that goal. So I'm going to put taxes $200. Okay, and then I will also budget my not my paycheck, my haircut here. And I pay $27 a month for that. All right, moving over to the 27th is our last pay for the month of November. Envelope amount here will be $160. Terminex is our pest control company, and it is $99 a month for a year, and then it will go significantly down, so that will be nice. And then we will go ahead and budget for Ipsy. Remember, that's my wife's makeup subscription, and we're trying to budget for this at the end of each month to cover it for the beginning of the following month. So I'm going to put it down here, $40. Our electric bill, we budget $200 a month for this. It's never been over $200, so we're pretty comfortable capping it off at that in our budget. And then utilities will be $25. And our utilities consist of trash pickup as well as our water usage. So this is what our November overview looks like. It's going to be again, there's going to be a pretty typical month. We are trying to aggressively save toward moving next year, possibly next summer. And so as you will see later on, as I start stuffing our cash envelopes and sinking fund envelopes, we will be leaving a lot of them out of putting money in them, and then some of them we will. But we're trying to save what extra money we have right now to go toward our moving fund. Okay, so that is everything for our November budget that we plan on spending and saving, and as well as income coming in. I did want to also show you what I mentioned, our cash envelopes and sinking funds. I wanted to show you what that's going to look like in November. And I can always come back to this as well next month, so you will you will kind of see how we're planning our cash envelopes. So our expected or estimated income for November is $4,100. This includes the $240 that we're rolling over from October. And so our sinking funds will consist of auto insurance, pest control, health, moving, car maintenance, and pet vet / grooming. And so I've got them broken down weekly, what will go into these weekly, as well as what the monthly total will be to those funds. Down here, I've got our cash envelopes. First one is grocery, household, and eating out. So on weeks 1 and 2, we will be taking $140 out in cash, and we will spend our grocery money with cash. And then on weeks 3 and 4, we will be using a credit card to pay for those expenses. And the whole idea behind using the Capital One credit card as well as our Discover credit card is to build our credit score up a little bit. And this is all in preparation for selling our home, and then also having to take out a construction loan and mortgage loan and all of that good stuff next summer when we get into that. So I just wanted to say that off to the side there. And then another cash envelope we have is pet care. my wife's lunch money, my nephew Hunter's allowance money, and then each month my wife gets $50 for spending money. This is just a monthly expense, and fuel gets $150 in cash on the first week of every month. And so I broke that down here. Monthly breakdown. So my wife's spending, she gets $50 on the first week of the month. We take out $150 in cash for fuel on the first week of the month as well. And then I save $200 a month for taxes, liability, for next tax season on the fourth week of the month. And so I've put a grand total of what the total of these sinking fund and cash envelopes together will be weekly. And so this is what I go by when, or this is part of what I went by when I was laying out our November budget. So that is everything, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I hope all of you are staying safe and doing well, as well as your families. Enjoy your holiday weekend, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.